I came to win.
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O, I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm out of my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I got it.
Well, we have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the New York Jets. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
60 outlaw. Stay with your man. Check. Cross. Topper.
From the 36, Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bad play.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, first and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Darnold now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. They'll come up second and 6 now from the 24. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Here goes Hut. And 80. Number 53. Mike 53. Blue draw Corker. Check 26. Check 26. No. Off.
On first down, it's Darnold. And he rifles one incomplete. He was looking for Brashad Perriman, but it'll be second down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, second and 10.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Out. 5 down. 5 down. Lady.
3rd and 2, Darnold. He finds his target. It's Crowder. It'll be a pickup of 4. Good enough to earn him yet another first down.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big.
Check 53 is Mike. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike.
Darnold from the gun. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Here we go, son. What? Red 80. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go, son.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Check. Young lady. Check, go get him. Back's mine.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. So he fought off the tackle, and that effort gives him the first before he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
All day, just like that.
And they'll try the air now with Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Here's Darnold. That's complete. It's Bell. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Check it out, lady.
Darnold on 3rd down. Hard throw, incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on 4th down here. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch. X3, 218, jump. Check, 53, slide. Watch the screen. Go.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Blowing that play up was Henry Anderson.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack.
At their own 43-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. The shotgun snap for Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
It's now 4th down and 1.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold, and that's complete. It's the tight end Daniels. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Pilot, 64. Hey, box drop. 5.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Cameron Jordan, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
We're going to sign. Right there in the middle, 55. Here we go.
Second and 5 now. Darnold. And he's got his man on the out route. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. I'm coming. Kill.
Darnold a sneak. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Well, to me, that's taking a big gamble defensively because that alignment you see, that's normally something you see down near the goal line because now if they decide to go play action, something should be open there, and I think open big.
So maybe that's something that gets filed away for later.
I think without a doubt, you write it down, and if you see that look at a later date, go ahead and take your shot.
Here's the Jets punter now. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet, trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
At the 22-yard line.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. From the 22, Tannehill. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Check 31, check 37.
From the gun on 3rd down, here's Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like wide receivers too.
Yeah, tight end one-handed catches. They're kind of like wide receiver one-handed catches nowadays.
Just not right.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49-yard line.
Let's
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go, here we go.
Now Darnold. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
Bravo. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. I know he ain't got it.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one.
The Titans take
Get
over
ready,
1st
get
and
ready,
10
get ready.
at their own 20-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Escaping the pressure right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So plenty of action on the field, but no action right now on the scoreboard, at least as of yet. 0-0 is our score. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, so no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the third quarter.
I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
2nd and 5 now. Darnold, and he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it'll be 3rd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one. And none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Back to throw, Darnold. Caught here by Bell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on him and then let him run.
He's got some space. Lamar Miller fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. This is Bell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Check right. Watching your five. Target, 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 target. Red 80. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here's Darnold. Herndon's got it complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Bell. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Darnold, that's complete, right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down.
Safe. Red 80.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
We own them. We own them.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Under pressure now, Darnold, and he goes down. Jeffrey Simmons just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
2nd and goal at the 12-yard line.
Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Red 80.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I smell fear in that offense.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Well, some good news, partner. We will not have a scoreless tie as we finally get our first points of the contest here in quarter 3.
Yeah, just a field goal, but with the way those defenses ruled in the first half, that could be a big 3-point play right there, couldn't it?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
On the double. 53's mine. Check 53's mine. Watch the screen. Get ready.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a third down.
70, Indy. We got.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Complete. It's Henry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker C.J. Mosley there in coverage. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Bombers, 22 Jet Bombers. Check 25, check 25. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. It's our field. He's tripping.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The Titans on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third and 9.
53, Mike.
Throwing again is Tannehill. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Titans 7, Jets 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Bell. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The Jets on third down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Now it's Darnold. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. Boy, not deterred from those first two failed attempts. They're going to go a third time here on fourth down.
Here we go. Mike, 53. Hey, high 7. Let's go, let's go. Here we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
And here we go on fourth. Darnold. The catch made by Miller. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Darnold now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Darnold from the gun. He's got Herndon, his tight end. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
53 for Mike. 53 for Mike. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Slam, slam, slam. Let's go.
Here's Bell. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 46. Darnold now to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a first and 20.
I got you. I got you. Switch.
Here's Darnold. Throw complete to Herndon. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a first and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. A gain of 3, second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up
On third down, Miller. Miller with first down and more. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Here we go, son. Check. Ready? Hey, they're scared. They're scared. Check 37. Check. 80 weapons. Watch twins. Watch twins. 55 mark, guy. 55. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Go, go.
Now Tannehill. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. And caught by Henry. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got
Tannehill. Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. First down, Titans, gain of 12. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Let's go now.
Tannehill now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10.
53 is the mic. That's right, baby. They don't want to get it.
Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
Tannehill's pass complete to number 14. Out of bounds at the 33-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Here we go, here we go. 90 Wolf. 53. I got you. Rock it.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Here's a quick throw complete to Galladay. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them.
15 line. 15 line. Check. Ready.
After the penalty, it's Henry. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. With 1 second to go, this to send us to overtime. And his kick is absolutely perfect. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll run it again with Henry. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Evans, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
The linebacker, C.J. Mosley, in on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 7. The Jets' 46-yard line.
Set, ready, 10-2 stop. Go, go, go.
On 2nd down now, it's Evans. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
First throw in overtime for Tannehill. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go.
Tannehill now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Derrick Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. Travel. Look. Squeeze. Quick. Shoot.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Even though positive yardage was gained on that play, I think the defense has to be happy. Obviously, they were prepared for some trick plays coming into the game, and they looked very aware that those could happen on any given down.
What will they draw up to try to keep this opening drive of overtime moving? 3rd and 7.
2-18, top. Hey, let go. Mike, get it.
Running from the gun with Henry. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 30-yard attempt.
Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goes from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for the Titans, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11-0 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Jets, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People wanna know when Mace, Potts, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, the head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right, turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin, subjugate the dub play. And you know we can't wait to bring spins. A-star quizzes, A+ the final. Vocals we align, we'll move it all simultaneously over joints we rock. We earn 30 years so you can say we got 3 turns. Live off the board, unlike you and your chess men. We install doubt in you and your yes men. And if the game had veins, we'll insert upheaval the ground. Cause the adrenaline we blend with the sound is our thing, relieving the kings of all crowns. Are you ready? Are you set? Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter right. Turn it up, y'all keep the flow. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about, space out your mind? But can you rock?
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Great 57. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. It's a second down run with Sanders. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Sunday.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. It was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Now Wentz to try again after the pick 6. And a reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And a tackle there by Quan Alexander. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the gun, it's Wentz. Completes it to Aguilar. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Let's go, team. Let's go, team. Go.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. It's caught by Aguilar. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30. Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. First carry now for Jordan Howard. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Watch the run. They're running it.
From the red zone now, Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Now Howard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Lefty. Hey, Delta.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Aguilar has it. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Let's go. Great.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. He's got a 1st down past the 30, and he'll be out right at the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a 1st down.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards there and a Niner 1st.
1, Omaha. 11.
1st down.
I got this. Hey, Charlie.
Garoppolo on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod.
partner, when you're playing cover two, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again. Continue.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. On third down, this is Howard, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. They do go for it. It's Wentz. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And he'll actually lose 6 yards on the return, but I don't think they care. They've got the football back.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They'll start on the ground with Breida, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Hey, gun. 21.
Throwing on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Room here to run. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
He's going to take a shot, and it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 46 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And that makes the score 14-7. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Let go.
Here we go. Back. 180.
Cut.
They run with Howard. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. This is Howard on 2nd down. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. trying to punch it in with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. On third and goal, Howard. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to bring up a fourth and goal. And the 49ers now are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. The kick by Elliott is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation. If they just...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Going for the deep ball. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. It's them with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Here's Wentz to throw, and down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. To try again after the sack. Wentz going to look deep for Jeffrey. It's caught inside the 25. Wentz finding his favorite receiver, Jeffrey, on a big one. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Running with Howard. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll bring up a third down. They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. On first, they go right back to Howard. Oh, jumping over. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Tight down. There you go.
On 2nd and 1, Wentz. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well. Because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, hello, my name is Mike.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll lead here to a third down.
13.
Now the fullback, Juszczyk, trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on first. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life.
Hey, 2.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Eagles defense able to hold. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. On first down, they run with Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Into the red zone, Wentz. And he finds his tight end, it's Ertz. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Wentz on the give to Sanders. And here he'll get it down to the 7. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw is Wentz. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Hey, orbit.
Back to throw. Flushed out right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Deshaun Jackson. Incomplete. He was covered by Richard Sherman.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal.
Hey, wahoo!
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. I got one. Lights it.
Rip on 2. On here.
6. I'm not ready. 56.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Eluding the pressure right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. A little clock management 101.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long from Philly. We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's the former Utah Ute, Matt Gay, to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Here we go. 120! Here we go.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Looking to throw on second down. Wentz caught by the tight end Ertz. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
40, 82, 40. Hey, box drop.
Hey, keep it up. Check 45 to Mike.
Wentz going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
To throw is Wentz. And he'll hit Jeffrey complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Again, it's Wentz. He finds Aguilar over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, just keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. A give to Howard. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
81.
Now Wentz. That's taken in by the tight end Perkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Throwing is Wentz.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 17 yards on the play and a Buccaneer first down. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Peyton Barber. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Winston gives to Barber. And some space here. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, 60 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
On second down, it's Howard. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and 4.
Bravo!
Wentz. It's brought in by Jeffrey. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The carry for Barber. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Fans, a reminder, I have a note card here that says ad-lib halftime previews. So I guess let's do just that as we'll hand things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando when this one reaches halftime. Did I do okay?
You did great. Not a bad job.
Hey.
But, you know, writing down your ad-libs.
If you print it, I'm going to read it. I'm Brandon Gaudin. One receiver to the left is Evans. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. One more time with Barber. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. They'll run with Barber, and they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Gay's kick is good, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board, ended up settling for 3.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
He's tired of me. He's tired of us. It's 74, 44. 45.
Throwing now is Wentz. It's caught by Aguilar. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Now Wentz. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Ready, black 22. You must be dreaming. Easy. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Barber on 1st and 10. He's got the first down and more past midfield. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston, he's going to look deep. He's got it at the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. It's a gain of 34. Now a first down carry by Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 3rd down, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rashad Perriman there to make the grab as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles get a score closer. So the big play to kick off the drive set them up first and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff, but, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got them in position.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
53 is the late. Stop. Let's go. Check 26. Check 26.
Now Winston. He's going to sling this deep down. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Let's go.
39 yards there. A big one. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
With the score, Buccaneers 17.
Ready. Check 53. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Here's Barber. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 29, Winston. They'll find Miller. That's complete. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bucs. Got Miller. 29 yards.